everyone, and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio again. We're going to have a lovely evening. I know there's lots of people that are going to be having shows after me, so there's a whole evening of shows for you to watch. And we also air on Moonstruck TV, which is quite exciting. So not only can you hear us, you can see us, which is wonderful. Now, if you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook, Gail Moffat, Spiritual Medium, International Spiritual Medium and Teacher, or you can go to my website, which is gailmoffat.com. And what you will see when you go to the website, it's a whole new website, so I'm rather excited about that. But what you will see about the website is that there is going to be, coming over to America again. I can't help it. I just love coming to America. And I'm going to go to Southern California this time. We're doing a series of theatre events all across Southern California. So I will be there in October. And so if you are a reader, or a listener, if you are a listener from California, you might be interested in coming to see me. It'd be lovely to see you too. And we can, I'm going to be connecting to your loved ones in the spirit world. So it'll be about mediumship. There may be a bit of psychic there, but predominantly it's going to be mediumship that we're going to do in the shows. I've had loads of great feedback from other shows that I've done, so I'm sure that this will be no different and we'll have a great time. And so I hope to see you. Now, whilst, so I'm just going to move on from that, I want to talk about change. And change is so, for some of us, can be very difficult because we get, whether it's good or bad in our lives, we can get used to our lives and our way of lives. And when we have change, it can be quite stressful, or it can be like we don't want it. But if we think about it, first and foremost, each and every person that's listening to this radio show right now, and all around the world, and all the animals and everything that's living, has a spirit. And that spirit has done this wonderful thing. It's chosen to come to the earth plane. And it's chosen to come to the earth plane because it needs something that only the earth plane can offer. And generally, when I look at that situation, it's because if you think about the earth plane, it's going to be very, very different from the spirit world. The spirit world doesn't have money. And so we're, here, we need money to get to buy things. And then we might be motivated to do certain jobs, and have a career, and so on. And what happens is that through our life's journey, we will take many twists and turns. There'll be many changes in our lives. And this is something that's quite special because each time there's a change, it means that we're opening up to something great to come into our lives. We're opening the door to allow that opportunity to come forward to us, to give us the opportunity to actually grow. So change enables growth. And once we have that growth and understanding that we can sometimes only get from the earth plane, we can then go back when our time is ready, of course, no predictions there. We can then go back to the spirit world and we can say to ourselves, we've done it. We've become a different person. We've grown so much. We've had great understandings shown to us through our lives. And that's what life's all about. So change, embrace change, because change is a really, really positive thing in your life. And without change, we cannot have the growth that we our spirits desire. So that's a little bit about change. Now, I know that I've got some callers waiting for me. My first caller is Susan in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Hello, Susan. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. And how are you this evening?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. It's it's a little bit later here because I'm airing from the UK, so it's 1:00 in the morning here. So that's all good. Anyway, so I'm a medium and I'm also a psychic. So what that means is that I'm able to connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I'm able to look at aspects of your life. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work? And where would you like me to put my focus?
Well, my question would be, or is that what you're asking me, my question?
Yes. Well, we've got such a short space of time. It's just better to tell me where to focus, and then we're off in the right direction.
My singing.
You're singing? Wow.
Yeah. I'm a medium and a psychic as well, so.
Oh, right. Great. Let's have a look. Well, as I link into you, the first thing that I feel about you is that you're, I want to use the word angelic. And there's something rather special about your voice. And I know that this voice is it's like it's more important than just being able to sing. Does that make sense to you?
Kinda.
And when you say kinda, what do you mean by that?
Do you mean that my voice is meant to minister to people, or I don't understand quite exactly what you meant by that.
Well, I'm not sure if it's necessarily meant to minister to people in a more sort of formal way, but there's something about you've been given what I'm being told is you've been given the voice to be able to spread the word in a different way. And I know that there is something about your singing that moves people in a way that other singers don't have.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yes, and that because my guide Arthur is telling me this, and he's saying to me that your singing will become. You see, I've often spoken about this. There's going to be lots of changes that are going to be taking place in our world, and through those changes, we're going to be. I feel that the world is going to become more spiritual, and there's going to be various mediums and people that are playing a part in assisting others to come to the plate of their own spirituality. And what I feel about you is you are one of those people. Does that make sense to you?
That's great.
Have you felt that?
Yeah, I have. I've noticed that whenever I get up and sing in front of a crowd of people, the people are drawn to me and they want me to sing more, but I can't because it's you can only sing like whenever they call you up kind of thing.
Sure.
So I have noticed that people are drawn to my voice, and I've also been told that when people talk to me, I have a calming. I don't know. My voice is calming and comforting to people, I guess.
Yes. Well, exactly. And I just know that, you see, I, as a medium, you may have been told this, that there's going to be a lot of, there's going to be a big need for comfort in our world.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to scare people in any way, but there's going to be a big need for comfort. And so you have a role to play in this, and this is why you have the voice that you have. And I do also feel, and I cannot take this away, I feel that there's an angelic realm that is working through you with your voice, because your voice not only comes in a comforting way, but it also comes in a healing way. Because as you probably are aware, the voice has a vibration, and in that vibration, it actually changes the energy around us. So I know that there's a lot of healing that comes from your voice. And as the world has more of a need, your popularity and your ability as a medium and a psychic and also a singer will become more pronounced. And I also get the feeling with you that you've spent a lot of time, there's a lot of time that you spent on your own, where you've almost like you've developed yourself. Does that make sense to you? I don't know if that's now particular. It does make sense. Because I just get this feeling that what Arthur is saying to me is that this was essential for your development, for your abilities to come to the forefront. Because if you'd have been surrounded by lots of people and busy and caught up in life, you wouldn't have developed on all levels to the person that you are. And he's actually saying, I know this is Arthur because he always uses these words, mark my words. This is what he normally says. Mark my words. He says, you're going to be well known for your voice, but it's not going to be in the way that you perhaps think of in a sort of like, I'm going to get a record deal and be a famous singer. You're going to be well known because of the spiritual connection through your singing voice.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like you're going to get that fame, but what you give to people is going to be essentially healing and supportive and loving through your voice and also through your mediumship. And I'm also being told that you're going to write songs as well, and Spirit are going to inspire you to write the words of the songs, because I feel that they will want particular songs, and I feel very strongly with the angelic realm with you.
That's very good.
Yeah.
It's a little more than I expected. I thought you were going to tell me that I was going to sing a song and get famous because of that, but I didn't expect everything else. But this is better, actually.
Yeah.
This is better anyway.
Well, the thing is that, I'm also being told you're an extremely evolved soul, and you've come to the earth plane to do this job. And absolutely, I'm getting this loud and clear from Spirit. The angelic realm are working with you, and you're going to be very healing, very supportive, and very loving to a lot of people. And you're going to be known for your voice on a healing level.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And don't forget,
I have a thing. I used to work as a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you carry on.
Oh, I was going to say to you, I used to work in the hospitals, and I used to do palliative care. And what I would do is when my patients were close to death, I would climb in bed with them, take them in my arms, and sing to them until they drifted off because they were afraid. And when I did sing with them, they drifted off peacefully. They kind of calmed down and just gave in, kind of thing, peacefully. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I used to do that years ago. I haven't had the opportunity to do it for a long time.
But that's just lovely, isn't it? It's just something very, very beautiful that you can give to be able to give to somebody who's taking that journey back home to the spirit world and take that fear away and give them that comfort is a beautiful thing to do. And that's all.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
See, that's all part of your preparation because, you know, you're being trained by the spirit world. It's the spirit world that teaches us. And you're being trained by the spirit world because you're going to be doing some great things for a lot of people that need your help. And I just know that, that that's going to happen. But anyway, I've only got 11 minutes left, so I'm going to have to go to my next caller. Thank you so much for calling in. If you want to find me, I'm on gailmoffat.com or I'm on Facebook, Spiritualist Medium and Teacher. Thank you very much, Susan. Okay, right, we have Michelle in... Now, am I supposed... the producer has been very kind to me. He's laid it out so I can understand how to Mrs. Sorgor, I think. That's
yeah, you got it.
Oh wow! Well, he laid it out for me, wrote it out in a beautiful way. So that's Michelle that I'm speaking to. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
In Ontario. So we've had 2 callers from Ontario. How amazing is that? So I'm a medium and I'm also a psychic. So I can look at aspects of what's going on in your life or I can connect to a loved one in the spirit world. Is there a particular way that you'd like me to work?
Well, I'm embarking on a new journey that's coming up and I'd like to see if it's going to be successful with this new business I'm starting up.
It's a new business, okay. Okay, well, what I'm being told, so I'm going back into sort of more the past first, is what I've been told is that you've been thinking about this for some time. This isn't something that's new in your mind, and I get the feeling that because I'm hearing the word hesitancy, because I feel that for some time there's been some hesitancy with doing this business, but it's almost like I've got to a point where it's sort of now or never. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what my guide is telling me. His name's Arthur, and he's also saying to me that you're. So I'm not exactly sure what you do, but I know that there's some talent with you that has that is quite a gift, and I feel that you will be expressing yourself through this talent. In your business. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
I feel like there's this talented, clever lady that I'm talking to, and I know that. So Arthur is saying to me, I'm just asking him how successful it will be. He's saying to me that it's going to be a slow start, but it's going to, and then he's showing me like a snowball and snow and rolling down the mountain. It becomes, so in other words, the snowball becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and he's saying that it's almost like it's a gap in the market. You've got something that's quite unique, and it's well thought out because you've been thinking about this for so long. So I know that it's really well thought out, and I just know that you will reach the stage where this is going to be sort of quite well thought out. And I'm seeing sort of like logos or sort of images of, sort of like the marketing side of things with you. Does any of all that make sense to you?
It does. It makes a lot of sense to me.
Because
my business is spiritually based with creativity.
Yeah, I felt like
creativity through writing, through drawing.
Yeah.
Through music, sound. So it's a blending. It's not one particular area. It's all creativity type based business.
And that's, I felt like that there was this creative talent that you had. That's exactly how I would have described it. And and my guide is saying, he's sometimes my guide purrs, and he's just purring right now, and he's saying to me, "This is excellent, absolutely excellent that you're," because he loves it when. He really loves it when people give to other people, and he sees what you're doing as very much helping people and assisting people in their work, in their lives. And I just know that, and he's saying to me, there's a great need for this, that what you're going to give to people is going to be quite substantial, and he's actively encouraging you to take the baton and walk forward and do this work for Spirit.
Wonderful.
And he's
that
also
is really great news.
He's also saying to me that he's saying that you're a very kind person. Have you got somebody around you that sort of needs your support?
Yes.
I don't know whether I almost feel like it's somebody that needs sort of care.
Yes, on both, yeah.
I
have one that lives with me that needs care, and one outside of the home that also needs care.
Yeah. Because I feel like there's a sort of I always forget, the sort of the correct PC sort of word for this, but it's like you've got somebody that perhaps is what's the word? I think the correct word nowadays is learning difficulties or something like that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Because I'm being shown that with you, and I've just been told it's special and challenged. You see, in England we have different terms, and I never, it's like, because I think there was, some words that that there used to be, and it's like considered rude now, so you have to be careful. But he's telling me about this and saying how amazing you are with these people and with this person that you have to care for, and he's saying to me that he's just congratulating you, because it's like he's describing you like an earth angel, like somebody who has come to the earth and is giving to others. And he's saying to me he's delighted to meet you as well. And he says that he will take it upon him personally to come and visit you and assist you in your work and your assistance with the people that you're looking after.
Wonderful.
He's a lovely guide, my guide, and he regularly does that. If he's impressed with people, he will go to the ends of the earth to help them, and he's just said that he'd do that for you.
Oh, that's much appreciated. Thank you.
That's my pleasure. So we've got about a couple of minutes left, I think, and so is there anything else that you'd like me to focus on just before we end the show? I've probably answered
anything in general. Anything that comes up to you?
Have you got a car where I don't know whether that is a little bit old?
Oh, sorry, a which?
A car.
Yes.
Because he's showing that to me, and not saying anything sort of negative about it, but he's saying that it may be. I feel like there's going to be some help to get a new car, because it feels like you need. He's saying to me that mobility is going to be important for you with all the work that you have to do, and I feel that your miles on your car will go up quite considerably. So anyway, I've got.
We were just discussing that last week.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's evidence. He says that this will be available for you, and it's going to be given to you. So thank you very much. I'm going to have to go now. Lovely to talk to you. Find me on Facebook or GailMoffat.com if you want to speak to me. Okay, lovely to speak to you. Now, so we've got just a few seconds left. It's been a lovely show, as always. I love connecting to all of you. And I just want to, reiterate what we spoke about at the beginning of the show about change. Change always happens, and change can be good. Change is for our benefit. It gives us growth, and after all, that's why we come to the Earth plane. But I know that we're going to be in a position where we're going to be going through great changes in our world, as always.